Okay, we got 10 seconds, guys. And we are live streamed. The YouTube link is in there. We got 5 seconds. Welcome back, everybody. This is Kurt Roskopf, your host here at River West Radio of Ability MKE Now. And this is a show about inclusion, accessibility, and accommodation, and how that factors into life all around Milwaukee County, Milwaukee metropolitan area, and for sure, big time for the city of Milwaukee. So it's all about Milwaukee and inclusion and how things look for Milwaukeeans with disabilities here in Wisconsin. So we look at this through the aspects of everything in life, whether it's our faith community around Milwaukee, whether it's our lifelong learning opportunities, whether it's all these great volunteer and service organizations, how are they involving Milwaukeeans with disabilities, and all of our municipalities and county government and state representatives around the area, how are people with disabilities being represented, and all of the fun stuff that the tourism and travel and hospitality and sports and rec, hobbies, leisure, everything we can do here around the Milwaukee market, we're taking a look at it, and through the stories told by people who know the Milwaukee area, and learn, if there's any tips, tricks, or techniques about evolving Milwaukee to the next level, so that people with disabilities in Milwaukee can get more of what they have in mind. So tonight, we've got a returning guest. He's a regular contributor, has been with us over the years here at Ability MK Now radio show. But before we get to that point, I'm going to check in with our co-host, my wife, Sue. Sue, are you ready to go, or do you want a little bit of time yet?
I am good. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. And we are very lucky to have a good friend coming back to the show tonight. Chad Murphy Price is somebody that we've known for a very long time, and are excited to have back tonight to be able to talk more on some of these fun topics that he knows better than anyone else. So if we could bring you on in here, Chad, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me again today. It's a pleasure to be back on with you guys.
That's great to have you here. Any excuse to get together with you is a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So with your roots here in the Milwaukee area and all that you've done, curious if you can share some stories with us of some different things that you've had, because I know you've had some unique opportunities over your lifetime with different sporting activities and opportunities to speak. Can you give us a little glimpse of what it's like to be Chad? What are some highlights? What are some of your favorite stories?
Well, some of my favorite stories are my interaction with the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club and all that we've done with adaptive skiing. I've had many memories when it comes to that. I've also had a lot of memories when it comes to speaking at national conferences. I got the opportunity to meet so many great people along the way and to see different parts of the country, like Washington, D.C., Chicago, Illinois, North Carolina, just to name a few. I've also had the great privilege of having a mobility impaired service dog for the last 8 years. And I don't know if you'd like me to talk a little bit about that, but
that would be spectacular. I would love to hear more about our good friend Henry and what he has done for you. How has he changed your life?
Henry has been a huge blessing and support in my life, and I got him from Can Do Canines. They're a nonprofit organization out of New Hope, Minnesota, and he assists me with several tasks like picking up things that I drop. He can open and close doors, the refrigerators. He can give me a he can give me a soda if I need that. That's something I trained him to do. He's also helped me alert somebody if I need help or if I'm in trouble. He can bark and alert somebody that I need assistance. And there's been several occasions where that has came in handy. That's a life saver actually. And in addition to that, he's also a great companion and brings me a lot of happiness and joy as well. So,
You said you've had him now for 8 years, right?
yes, I got him when he was 2, and he's going to be 10 in December. So, he's I just can't say enough good things about him and the training and the organization of Can Do Canines. And what they do is they give participants the service dogs free of charge, all on private donations, that they get from their donors. These dogs are free of charge, and they also give you one-on-one home training when you get the dog so that you can pass the public access test. And what that is, Sue, is the public access test is a national test that a service dog and their handler has to pass in order to be a certified service dog team. And when that test occurs, there is several different tasks that he has to perform, like he has to not bark at anybody in public, not eat food off the floor. There are several tasks that they actually follow you around from behind in public, and they score you on how you and your dog does for this test. It's very stressful. It's very stressful, but they give you the tips in order to be successful so the dog passes the test, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's impressive. I didn't remember the part where now that you say that, I do recall you talking about the test back when that happened, but I had forgotten about that. Just so out of curiosity then, I know we've been around when you've had Henry and you're out in public and people don't understand that your dog is working. Can you talk about that a little bit, and what is some proper etiquette that folks should be aware of when there's a service dog around?
Absolutely, I appreciate you bringing up that point, Sue. The proper etiquette is not to pet the animal or interact with the animal at all, because if you do, it will distract the animal from doing what he or she needs to do for their human companion. Now, you can ask the owner if it's okay for the person to pet the dog, but more often than not, at least for me, that's a no. That's a no-no. Just because of that stated fact, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves is people in public see, oh, dog, and immediately think, oh, I can pet him and pet him and pet him, and they don't know that he is working. So it all comes down to educating the public. So that's what I continue to do every day.
And so what if somebody sees somebody with a dog, how does the average person know what to look for? What should they be observant of to understand if you're just walking a dog versus this dog is working? What are some of the things they can be looking for?
Absolutely. A certified service dog should have a vest on, or some sort of identification on them to let the person know that they are a service dog and that they are working. So that's what they should look for, some sort of identification or vest or some sort of tag on the dog itself.
And now with you as the dog's partner, dog's owner, what kind of things I'm just thinking, like, I'm a pet owner. We have a dog. So there's a lot that goes into just caretaking of the dog too. I think some people maybe like, forget about all that, you've got the service dog. That doesn't mean the dog takes care of himself.
Yeah.
He takes care of you.
Oh, absolutely. It's a tremendous responsibility. I have to make sure he's properly groomed, has enough food, goes to the potty on a regular schedule, up to date with his vaccinations. And so there's a lot that goes into caring for a dog such as him, but I would not change it for the world. I'm extremely blessed, as I said before, to have him in my life. So
and how much training did Henry get before you got him? You said he was 2, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, he was. I got him on his 2nd birthday. Yes. The amount of training he got, I believe I was told it was 600 hours between the training he received at Can Do Canines, with his foster family, in the prison program, in the state of Minnesota, where they matched them up with actual inmates in the jail to help with their social interaction. That's a program that they do, and Can Do Canines also has their own breeding program as well. So they breed their own dogs and everything.
That's impressive. Is that a common thing to have a prison program too? I mean, that is amazing. That is super cool that is part of his background, and before you got him, he did a lot of good for other people already as well.
Yeah, and one of the cool things too is the inmates in the jail kept a journal of his daily activities with him, and they presented that to me on the day of graduation, where I actually became the owner of the dog. So it was kind of cool for me to see him kind of grow up and kind of interact with these different people before he came to help me. So
that is amazing. So Kurt, does that bring up any thoughts on your end here? Want to give you a chance to pipe in here too.
Well, I want to make sure that that we take a moment to set the stage on our format here. This is an introduction to what we're bringing on for the first time ever for Ability MK Now, and it's a little bit of an ice cream social format. So to kind of get things percolating with Ability MK Now doing an ice cream social format, we're gonna ask around about favorite ice cream flavors. And so basically, Chad, what would you tell us is your favorite ice cream?
My favorite ice cream would have to be Heath Klondike bars. Kurt,
Ooh, that sounds good. I could use one of those right now. Boy,
What did he say?
Heath Klondike bars.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So Adam, welcome to the show, podcast engineer Adam. Captain Adam, what's your choice? What do you choose, Adam, as your favorite ice cream?
Mint chip.
Ooh, mint chip. Good choice. Good choice. So, and we know over by Chad, there's a great man by the name of Mark. So is Mark able to come out of the background and share with the world what is Mark's favorite ice cream?
Chocolate malt.
Ooh, chocolate malt. Yum.
Cedar Crest chocolate malt ice cream.
All right.
Even the
very good.
brand, I
So-
love it.
Absolutely.
So
Located
Sue,
Good
on
what's
the
Wisconsin
your
five
stuff right
corners
there.
in- located at the Five Corners in Cedarburg, Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
There
I
we
I can
go.
see it now. You gotta be drooling.
Yeah. So Sue, what's your choice?
Oh, my favorite, actually, I'm gonna get specific too. I'm gonna go to well, actually, I've got two things. Number one, Culver's with peanut butter cup. That's the best thing right there. That's the best mix. But other than that, I actually have to go with the Cedar Crest, just a vanilla. Just then you can add whatever you want. But I love Cedar Crest.
All
It
right.
happens to be, actually, I'll give you a brief backstory. So before it was Cedar Crest, there was actually Gustafson's ice cream that was one of their locations anyway, was in Rice Lake, Wisconsin, and that's where I grew up. And my aunt worked there. So we were very loyal to Gustafson's ice cream, and that was the best. So you can't touch that one.
So I'm gonna have to throw in my staple ice cream all my life has been the most eaten ice cream by me is Oreo cookies and cream.
Yeah, that one's a close finishing line on mine as well. That's I won't turn that down ever.
Yep, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so Chad, we talk about how you've been repeated guests here at Ability MK Now. You're very familiar with our show. You're familiar with the story about Adam Boyson that I was not starting this show 5 years ago without leaning on our buddy Adam here and all that. Chad, give us some reflections about your radio career and anything else you want to share about you and mass media.
as I've said before, Adam and the whole rest of the Ability MKE Now team is doing a wonderful job, and you're branching off into other social media channels like the Disability Channel now, Kurt, and a bunch of others. So I give you guys a lot of credit. Keep up the great work, and just keep going onward and upward.
That's a perfect. Oh, did we mention that in previous shows?
I think Emily might have a little bit, but actually, Adam, she asked that we, oblige her and one of us be the spokesperson for that. So do you want to take the honors, Adam? You want to take it away?
Not right now. I think you're going to have to take it away a little bit, Kurt.
All right. So what we're talking about, folks, is our friend Emily Gallmer, who's been on in past weeks. She happens to be involved while we're producing this show with another previously scheduled engagement. So she was not available to us now, but She is an executive assistant for Onward and Upward. And what Onward and Upward does is respond to those who are experiencing home insecurity, houselessness, and homelessness. So the other part of it is Onward and Upward is a veteran founded nonprofit. The founder is an Army veteran by the name of Anna Maria Bliven, who we have featured here in the summer of 2020. And she actually had her stint right here at River West Radio with Prosperity Pathways radio show. And so those are still in the archive through SoundCloud and all that right here at River West Radio. So, but that means that as a nonprofit, we are very devoted to our veteran community. And furthermore, Anna Maria with Emily got me involved in the company that Anna Maria founded, which is Prosperity Pathways, which is all about employment. So this employment resource is a key element on how we respond to homelessness, is that we help a person with their job seeking pursuit and help them go from unemployed to reaching their level of sought employment through Prosperity Pathways. So with that, I'll take it back to you, Sue. Where do you want to go from here? And you are muted. Hit that little red button. There we go.
Oh, yeah, caught me slacking over here. So sorry. Since we have both Adam and Chad on here, I was kind of curious too if you guys had anything that you had in mind to mention from or to each other while we've got you together here.
I think we mentioned. I think we mentioned everything out like 2 weeks ago. So
Okay.
at the moment, I really can't think of anything at the moment.
All right. So along those same lines as favorite ice cream, I think I know the answer to a couple of questions here for both of you. But number one question, what is your favorite football team?
This is a no-brainer. It has to be the Packers, Sue, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
All right. So that was an easy one. I'm going to follow it right up with our favorite baseball team.
That's a no-brainer.
It has to be the Brewers, even though they lost to the Braves in disappointing fashion. But
Yeah.
Hopefully next year, Sue.
Yeah. And I actually had my background picture of him, but I had to back out on that and do something that came up unexpectedly. So
yeah, who is in your background picture? For those
that don't know or are not Brewer fans, that was Robin Yount.
Robin Yount. And did you get to meet him personally?
Yes, I did actually.
So jealous. So what happened? How did you get to meet him?
It was through a we won a surprise. We won it from an auction. We got to do a meet and greet in his suite and go watch a game from his suite. We won it at a golf outing that he always donates money to. So
that's amazing. Unbelievable. Okay, so I will move on to what is your favorite candy bar?
That has to be Reese's peanut butter cup, Sue.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm with you. Adam?
I got a bunch of them, but I will say same.
Oh, nice.
Same
All
as
right,
Chad.
Captain Kurt. Kurt, you get to weigh in on this one.
But you're muted, Kurt.
Yep. So I was distracted. What did we end up with here? What are you asking me for?
I'm asking, what is your favorite candy bar?
Oh, favorite candy bar? I'm immediately thinking of Crunch, but it's really Kit Kat. So break me off.
All All right, and something that we all have done over the years here. What is your favorite water ski team?
Water bugs.
Well, that's obvious.
Well, it
No,
was.
I kind of figured.
Go ahead, Adam. Go ahead. You first.
Okay. Since I grew up in Muskego, our main water ski team was the Water Bugs. But now that I'm out here, now that I'm away from Muskego and I don't live out there anymore, I enjoy talking about the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club with these guys.
Very nice. And Chad, what about you?
It obviously has to be the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club that I go back with for many years, and it's a great club, and I've enjoyed my time with them. So absolutely.
Okay, so
I don't know if the club or the member has enjoyed me, but I've enjoyed them.
Well, I don't think that's even a question. Of course. And so the next one might be a little tougher. What was your favorite ski run? So both of you guys have had times where you've skied on different lakes with different teams. Is there any one particular time that that stands out?
Yeah, there was one for me. It was Labor Day of 2019. We did the adaptive demo at intermission, and it was so fun because there was a lot of crowds, so we got a lot of awareness about adaptive skiing, but it was really cold then too, and I joked around with some of the guys on the team. I hope you enjoy a very cold second half of the show. So, you know, it was, yeah, but that had to be one of my top favorites. So.
Is that the one where there were some birds in the water that took off as we were skiing, or is that a different time?
Yeah, that was the exact time, yes.
Awesome.
And if we had more time, I can tell you that story on a later episode, because I know we're running short on time.
Yeah, I want to give Adam a chance to answer too. Did you have any particular ski run that stood out to you?
I did, but I don't have time to go into it.
Okay, well, we will save that on the shelf here for another day. Kurt, did you have any last thoughts here before we close up for the evening?
I just want to invite folks to keep with us on this show at riverwestradio.com, going to shows and then clicking on the tab that says Ability MK Now and enjoy our 5-year history of archive shows.
Yeah, because I think at this point the tally, we're up over 100 shows that's on there, and
We're up over 100 shows.
Yeah, so we are we've had the pleasure of speaking with so many different amazing guests, tonight included. Captain Adam and Chad and Mark, with you guys being on here, it's always a treat when we can have folks that we consider close friends to be on here with us and to be able to do this with you guys. There's been some great nights where we've had folks that we met among the first time for the show, and each has its own special dynamic, but for me it's always a lot of fun when I get to rub elbows with friends. So as always, we appreciate everyone coming and enjoying with us Ability MKE Now on River West Radio, and we look forward